Hello, Mark Rubio, and I'm going to be discussing the novel Out of the Silent Planet by C.S. Lewis. The most intriguing part that I found in the novel was the difference between how Ransom interacted with Melicandra and Weston and Divine interacted with Melicandra. And the reason why it's so intriguing is they both had pretty much completely radical, different approaches to how they were interacting with the species and the people and the language and the culture. And all of that just affected how the story went out and what they were able to get from the whole experience. And now Ransom, he was forced to go there, so he didn't really know anything about what was going on. He didn't make the spaceship. He didn't do anything. And he just got sent there to be killed. So when he escaped and he finally met up with the main people of Melicandra, he was pretty ignorant as though where he was or what they were doing. So I felt that it was intriguing that he was able to actually learn the language, and he immersed himself in their culture. Like, he's pretty much lived with the Ross, and he was able to just become one of them, essentially. And this is his first time going there. While Weston and Divine, this was their second trip, and they had actually came before. And the reason they came back is because they got misinformation about bringing a tribute or killing someone, so they brought Ransom to kill him. But really, the thing is, Weston and Divine were supposed to be more intelligent because they made the spaceship, and they just were supposed to be smarter people. But in the end, it showed that they were they were too stubborn to take in the culture. They saw themselves as superior due to their intelligence and their unwillingness to immerse themselves in the culture. They just felt like they were more superior, and they looked down on the people the creatures of Melicandra as like just stupid animals. They didn't want to learn the language or do anything completely, so that really ended up hurting them. And even though they were more intelligent, I suppose, than Ransom was able to learn the language, and he found his way around there. And he actually was used as a translator between Weston and the Oyarza. So he actually turned out to be an important part. And in turn, Ransom got more out of the whole experience. He got friends, and he essentially was helped throughout the story, while Weston and Divine were just looked down upon by the people of Melicandra due to the fact that they just were going around shooting, killing people, trying to exert themselves. And even when Weston was trying to talk with the Yarsa, and he started talking down on the main god, as if he was just a figment of everyone's imagination, or just a voice. And that really kind of downplayed their whole culture, and due to that, they just weren't taken seriously, and they were kicked out of the planet. So really, I just found it intriguing the way that he was able to kind of put a modern day society thing. Like, I saw it as more of a saw a connection between like how like when a European colonists went to Africa and they actually kind of looked down upon them, on the native Africans, and essentially just tried to colonize them and take everything. And in the end, that turned out to hurt everyone for the most part. And eventually, most African states gained their independence. But here it's just kind of showing how like you should respect like every culture, and how you can't just assume that you're more superior because you have slightly more technological advantages such as guns or anything. So I thought that was an interesting part of the story.